Welcome to the channel, everyone. Today we're going to go over a few of the little things I've got going on here. It's not a whole lot, but we've got great leads now. And then at the end of the video, daughter finally has another competition for the platinum division in gymnastics. We're going to go ahead and throw a little demonstration of how she did this past weekend. She did better than last time, so we're going the right direction. All right, for this right here, here's a big thing. It's actually small, but right here finally got the rear dry shaft back. That was custom length since we had to take 5 inches out of the frame. So that's a really good start to where this thing can get road worthy. So if you look in here, this is just horrible. So you can basically see the whole engine, right? If you come over to the other side, that's more what it's supposed to look like. But found a guy in town that has 2 donor trucks basically sitting there. I think he wanted $1,200 for both of them is what he said he'd sell them for. That's what he's offering to somebody that ended up not coming and getting them. But the main part is one of them, all this still looks brand new underneath the hood, these whole sections right here. And I'm hoping and praying that the dually, I think it has a really good hood on it to where we get rid of this. But since I'm going to be getting rid of this hood, as long as I can find a decent one, we're going to hood stack this one right here. Next video, we're cutting a hole. We're cutting a hole. That's what we're doing. I know a lot of people don't want me to do it, but I think that's what we're going to do. Plus, there's a whole lot less fabricating for right now and just trying to finish up this tonal right here. So I think that's the route we're going to go for right now. Then I've got the wiring schematic finally printed off for this thing, so we're going to start working on the wiring as soon as the weather's better. Today was supposed to be raining all day. It just happened to turn into an actual decent day, which, as you can tell, it looks like it's still going to rain. That's why I'm not getting too far into this, because I do want to go ahead and primer this whole thing white. I'm just going to use a white primer, quick, easy. It'll cover all the metal up so it doesn't get any worse than what it is in a lot of areas. And it'll match our vehicles. I mean, they're all white with black wheels on and stuff, so it'll be pretty close. And I'm about to buy a new set of tires here, which we are switching the wheels as well. We're going to old school wheel on it later on, but that'll be after it's actually rolling and moving and running. But those other trucks, one question I would have for y'all, if I did buy both those donor trucks, which one of them still has an engine that's not locked up or anything, which is the dually, I think it'd be kind of a cool farm truck. It's a flatbed. It definitely needs some TLC too, but I could pull the parts off of the other truck for right now that we need. And if I really have to dip into that truck, I can start pulling parts off that. But then I've got 2 projects, and we've already seen how this project's going. But that dually, I think with just a little TLC, like no joke, just turning a wrench, making sure everything's up and running, flush all the fluids out, put new fluids in, I think it might be good to at least put around the farm. Tell us what you think on that one, though. Let's see here. Schematic's all done. Oh, and the big reason why I really need those donors, which these doors are in great shape. Well, that's just surface. I can just sand that down real quick. But overall, they're in good shape. But where that last mechanic started tearing everything apart, don't even know why he took the doors apart, because he never even did anything to the interior of them. But I need all the components for the inner door. I still need the hinges, which the hinges on those donor trucks aren't great, but they will work for now. They will work for now. And that's on both doors. And you can even see they just left them outside where I've got my leaf pile and everything in there. So I'm going to have to rip all those out because these doors are in a lot better shape. And I may actually just buy new hinges just because those other ones have a lot of play in them. And we're also not going to run this intercooler. We're going to run, I believe I'm going to put a 6.7 intercooler in it. It takes up a whole lot less room. And just so I don't have to pop everything, since I'm going to put the batteries underneath the cab, I think I'm just going to put the intercooler right there. That's the plan. That's the plan right now. And, oh, shoot, I forgot to bring my rag out here to put into the intake, make sure no moisture gets into it. Luckily, the vehicle is covered for right now. But that's about it for this right now. I know it's not any great crazy update, but we have great leads for a reasonable price. And if I could possibly even get that one donor truck that's not the dually, because the dually's in a lot better shape, so it's obviously worth a little more to the guy. He's just kind of needing him out of his way. So if I could throw him $500, have it towed over here, maybe I'm almost thinking 400, because all he really wants out of the truck I'd be taking most of the parts off of is the big automatic transmission, and it does have disc brakes in the front. and I don't need any of that. So, well, I think we can work something out. So hopefully next video of me working on this one will also have a part in there of towing over a little donor truck. But before I start going and blowing too much money, we're closing on our house next week. So we're trying not to hit the bank account too hard until after that's done. I know it's only a few $100 here and there, but that all adds up really quick when they're like, hey, we want to make sure you still have all that money in the bank you talked about. So anyways, then we're going to try to save this bed because there has been some work done to it, obvious. And I didn't even check. I think that donor truck still has the lights in it and everything. And thank you 50-some-mile-per-hour winds for tearing all this apart and ruining a seat that I've previously bought for this truck. But there's only one little small rust spot up in the corner up there. It's on the side. So I'm thinking what we're going to do, cut that out and try to save it because, I mean, this has been smoothed down pretty good. It's not great work by any means, but it is some work that I don't have to go back and do. But it looks like there was some rust in there that was not corrected. And that's not corrected, right? Man, the guy didn't do a whole lot, did he? Yeah. Whew. That's what I get for believing in people to be a good person. And most of the time it doesn't happen. But anyways, let's jump over to the gymnastics. And yeah, that's about it for this little guy right now. We'll jump over to gymnastics with our daughter. She did so much better this weekend. It's just going to be some quick glimpses of what she did. And I hope you all enjoyed the video. Short upload. But if I can get another day like this that I'm not at work, I promise we're working on it. I promise it is coming. I know I keep saying that and we're dragging our feet on it, but the weather has been complete garbage except for today, and it was supposed to rain all day long, and it's actually held out. But hope you enjoyed. Thanks.